Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to study software testing unit 2 session 6. In the previous video we have studied the concept equivalence partitioning where we divide the input or the test condition into various partitions, and these partitions are divided into valid partitions and invalid partitions, and from each partition we select one value for testing, and instead of testing for all the values, we select any particular value from those partitions. In today's topic, we'll see boundary value analysis, which is a part of that equivalence partitioning. Boundary value analysis testing technique is used to identify errors at boundaries. So, using the equivalence partitioning, you are dividing the particular input or the test condition into various partitions. Now, to test the values from each partition, you need to select the values. So, boundary value analysis means wherever there is a partition, the values you are going to select from boundaries, the values which are fall in the boundaries. So, specifically those boundaries are taken for testing in this boundary value analysis. So, to check out that a particular test conditions work and it does not fail when any appropriate input is supplied. Test cases are designed to include values at the boundaries. So, we need to design the test cases specifically the values which are falling at the boundaries, those values we are going to select as a test case. It is based on and around the boundaries between partitions. So, boundary value analysis, it is based on the boundaries which falls between the partitions. See this example, as everyone will play the cricket, and for cricket we have here the boundary. Now, how you decide whether the cricketer has hit the 4 or 6? So, based on these boundaries, this boundary will decide whether the cricketer's ball has gone 4 or 6. Same way here, if the values are inside the boundaries, then we say the values are valid. And if the values are outside the boundaries, we say those are invalid values. So, the values which are inside the boundaries are known conditions, and we call it as positive testing, and the values which are outside the boundaries are unknown conditions which we don't know, and that we call it as negative testing. Decide boundary conditions around if statements, loops or for while. Okay, so here conditional statements loopings are very important in boundary value analysis because it decides whether your values are valid or invalid. See the example. A system can accept the numbers from 0 to 10 numeric values. All other numbers are invalid values. So, the valid values are 0 to 10 and remaining all are considered as invalid values. So, you need to first recognize the partition, how we are going to divide that values between the invalid and valid partitions, and then you need to select the values from each partition and specifically the values which are falling under the boundaries. See, under this technique, which are the boundary values? 0, 10 and minus 10. That means negative values, invalid data. So this is the partition. Two partitions are done here. This is the valid partition, that any value should be accepted between 0 to 10 and all other remaining values are invalid. If the value is less than 0, it is an invalid, and if the value is between 0 to 10, it is a positive testing. And which are the boundary values? So these boundary values are very important because it decides whether the values are valid values or negative values. So examples on boundary value analysis and equivalence partitioning. Now we are going to see one example where you are going to apply both equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis. a password field to work on that tool and accept minimum 8 characters. So there is a password field. It is going to accept minimum 8 characters and maximum 12 characters. So what you're going to do now, you're going to first recognize the valid partition and which are invalid partition, that is equivalence partitioning. You're going to divide this condition into equivalence partitioning, that is identify invalid partition and valid partitions. And then you need to decide the boundary values, which boundary values you are going to select to test it and whether it works for that boundary values or no. So these are our partitions. So this is our valid partition from 8 to 12 and this is the invalid partition if the values are less than 8 and if the values are more than 12. So you have recognized the partitions. Now you need to decide the boundary values. How we are going to test it? See, to decide the boundary values, the first test case is consider password length is less than 8. So this is the first test case where you are going to consider the password is less than 8. That means you are going to consider here the value like 7. 7 characters you are going to enter. Consider password length exactly 8. See, now again this is on the boundary. So you are going to enter exactly 8 characters and you are going to test it, how it is working. Next, consider password of length between 9 and 11. So 9 falls in this partition and also 11 falls in this partition. Okay, so that means it is a valid partition, valid values these are. Next, consider the password length exactly 12. Say exactly 12. So you are going to enter here 12 characters and check out how it is working. Next test case is consider password length more than 12. Now you are going to enter the characters more than 12, which comes under this partition. So these are the test cases of the boundary values and which will decide whether that condition works or no. Another example we'll see. Okay, now there is a field where you are going to accept a month. So total how many months are there? 1 to 12, that is from January to December. So you are going to enter the number of the month and this valid range is called a partition. So first of all, you need to identify the partitions, how you are going to make it, valid partition and invalid partition. So this is our valid partition and this is invalid partition and even this is invalid partition. Now you need to select the values which comes in valid partition and invalid partition. See here we have selected the values. So 5 comes under valid partition and 17 comes under invalid and even -2 comes under invalid. And you are going to test whether that condition works or no for these values. Okay, this is the equivalence partitioning. Now what about the boundaries? Now you need to select the boundary values so that it should work properly. Now here see, again we have divided that valid partition into again 2 partitions. So we have done here 2 valid partition here. Sometimes we also need to divide the valid partitions. This is the invalid partition and this is also invalid partition. See, again we have selected the values from each partition and you need to test it. Now next, see, now here more focuses on the boundary value analysis, means boundary values you are going to select here and you are going to test here. So 3 partitions are there. This is valid partition and this is invalid partition. Even this is invalid partition. Now you need to select each values from each partitions and also from the boundaries. Now see here we have selected the 0 from this partition which is on the boundary and we have selected 2 from this partition which is on the boundary. So one value is falling in this partition, one value is falling under this partition which is on the boundaries, and you are also going to select the values which comes in between this. See, now this one comes between 0 and 2. So such values you are going to test which comes under the boundaries. You can also see here 11 comes under this partition and 13 comes under this partition, and between these two partition 12 is there on the boundaries that you are going to test and select. And this 5 comes under valid partition, minus 2 comes under invalid partition, and 17 comes under invalid partitions. So like this way you are going to combine equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis, and you are going to perform the testing of black box testing. Now this is your assignment where you are going to do. So you are going to accept age between 18 to 80 years except 60 to 65 years. That means you are going to accept the age between 18 to 80 years only. But you are not going to accept the age which is between 60 to 65 years. So from this we identify which is the valid partitions and which are the invalid partition, and then select the each values for partitions, and also recognize the boundary values and test it, and you need to test it. See how we are done, how we are recognized in this. First of all, we have identified the valid and invalid partitions, and from each partitions we have selected the values, and also from the boundaries we have selected the values. Same way you are going to identify like this way for that assignment. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of these methods? Optimum test case size, therefore time saving. So you are not going to test for each and every value. So you are going to partition, and from that you are going to select only the particular test case and you are going to test it. So it is going to save the time. Uncovers a class of error to cover all possible scenarios. So by using a small test values, you are going to uncover the maximum errors by dividing it into partitions and boundaries. Cons: possible mistakes when defining partitions, does not test all inputs. So valid and invalid partitions has to be recognized properly, and obviously it is not going to test for each values. So in today's topic we have seen boundary value analysis and how to apply equivalence partitioning and boundary value analysis on any input or test condition. In the next topic we'll see with more examples and also the next method of black box testing. Thank you.